Saxon Algebra 1, Lesson 23. In this lesson, we study equivalent equations and the additive property of equality. Equivalent equations. Two equations are said to be equivalent if every solution of one of the equations is also a solution of the other equation. For example, the equations x plus 3 equal 5 and x plus 7 equals 9 are equivalent equations if we put 2 in place of x in the first equation and 2 in place of x in the second equation. We see that 2 satisfies both equations. And 2 happens to be the only solution to these two equations. Therefore, they were equivalent. The additive property of equality. Every equation has one equals sign. The equals sign separates the equation into two sides which must have the same value. For example, 5x minus 3 equals 2 minus 6x plus 7 is an equation because it has one equal sign. And the equal sign separates this equation into a left side and a right side. The two sides in this case consist of expressions with the variable x. If we start with a true equation, like 2 plus 3 equals 5, and then add the same number to both sides, for example, we add 4, we end up with another true equation. This is the additive property of equality. If a, b, and c are any real numbers and we start with the equation a equals b, then we can add c to both sides. We could write a plus c equals b plus c, and we can also write c plus a equals c plus b. The additive property of equality can be used to find the solution of equations. For example, if our equation is x plus 4 equals 6, the equal sign separates it into two sides, the left side and the right side. We can get rid of the 4 on the left side if we add negative 4, but then we must also add negative 4 to the right side. And that gives us x plus 0 on the left and 2 on the right. So x is equal to 2 because x plus 0 is x. Let's check this. If we put 2 in place of x, we have 2 plus 4 equals 6. Here are some more examples. X minus 3 equals 12. We are going to get rid of the negative 3. That's x plus negative 3. What do we add to negative 3 to make it 0? The answer, of course, is positive 3. If we add it on the left, we must also add it on the right. So that gives us x equals 15. Another way to do this is to add the 3 underneath both sides. So we identify the sides, we add 3 to the left, and we add 3 to the right. And that makes the left side x and the right side 15. So adding positive 3 cancels the negative 3. Here's another one. X plus 1/4 is negative 3/8. We identify the two sides of the equation. We want to get rid of the 1/4 on the left, so we add negative 1/4 to both sides. The left side is then x. The right side takes some work. We have negative 3/8 plus negative 1/4, written here as subtraction. We have to rename the 1/4 and make it into eighths. It's 2/8. So we have negative 3/8 plus negative 2/8. And two negatives add to a bigger negative. That's negative 5/8. So x is negative 5/8. Here we have k plus 2 1/3 equals 2/9. Again, we identify the two sides of the equation. We want to get rid of the 2 1/3 on the left, so we add negative 2 1/3 to both sides. The left side is then k, and the right side takes some work. We have 2/9 plus negative 2 1/3, 2/9 minus 2 1/3. We need to rewrite the 2 1/3 as an improper fraction. We have 2/9 minus 7/3, and that's 2/9 minus 21/9. Renaming the second fraction, we multiply top and bottom by 3, and that gives us negative 19/9. We are going to leave our answers as improper fractions because that makes them easier to check if we should have to check them. This is the end of Lesson 23. Your assignment, problem set 23 on pages 101 and 102 of your book.